Hello, I'm Bas Hamer from Possum Labs, and today we'll be talking about the 6th tutorial for the PossumLabs.DSL project, talking about validators. And I'm assuming you'll be using the PossumLabs.DSL.English project for this. So let's go over to Visual Studio, and let's take a look at what we're doing here. So you've seen these guys pop up before, where we have this step that says then blah has the value blah. This is the validation. This is the most basic validator. And this allows you to check the values of a whole bunch of different things with just one step so that things don't have to bloat as much. Now the validators themselves support null as an input, numbers, true, false, but also greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal, regular expressions, literals, or string substitutions, percentages, money, and different negative money value notations as well. So what this one step allows you to do is to provide a generic validation that can be used in lots of different parts of the application, so you don't have to have as many parts to it. There's also validation on the actual web parts, right? So when you want to validate the value of an element on a web page, there's a generic step for that built in as well. As part of the web validations, we'll cover that in a later tutorial. And what actually ends up doing the work for this is as follows. Inside of the English project, we have this validation steps, and down below you'll find then blah has the value. You can also validate the content of lists with these different notations as well. And this allows you to check multiple values at once. So it doesn't take a whole lot of work, but it does make it very easy to reuse the same step across different parts of the application. The parts that are important to understand on how these things work. First of all of these things require an object as an input, and we have a step argument transformation to object here, which pretty much allows the interpreter to resolve whatever data is being passed in. And then we take a validation as the second argument, and this is transformed over here, and it allows those different types of strings to be parsed into a validation, which behind the scenes has a method you can invoke to check the value of the validation. So it's pretty easy. It's out-of-the-box functionality you're going to get with the English project, and it's very powerful when it comes to validating the content of different elements, of different values in your project. And then you also get the web validations, which are down below. The language is a little bit different. Then the element blah has the value blah, and it works pretty similar. It provides you with the ability to validate the content, and you can even validate entire tables as well. This is part of table step, where you can validate the value of a table, but we'll go in more detail later on these things. Thank you very much for your time, and please let me know in the comments below if you have any feedback on these tutorials. I'd love to hear from you.